Welcome back to episode 3 of the podcast formerly named Cards, Coffee, and Conversation. We spent a very little amount of time.
We actually took a whole week break from the podcast just so we could try and think of a name.
Specifically to rename the podcast. I know if you watched the previous episode, we mentioned at the end, it was at the end, right?
No, that was at the beginning.
It was at the beginning. We're going to be going through a rebranding, a reskinning, and a renaming. And we finally landed on one.
Yep.
Who's going to say it? Who gets to say it?
Should we do it at the same time?
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Hoenn's Heroes. That's right.
That's us.
I'm excited. Honestly, I like the rebranding a lot. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it.
No, for sure. And for all of you that know Hoenn's Heroes, I mean, you guys are probably thinking, who are these guys? Who are these humble pieces of work that I'm watching right now calling themselves Hoenn's Heroes? Well, it's technically a play on something that more than likely none of you recognize. And for all of you on YouTube, if you happen to know where this play is coming from, please let me know. I would just get a great kick out of that. Yeah. Something way beyond even my time. But if anyone's ever seen the show Hogan's Heroes, it's like a 1960s war show sitcom. Hogan's Heroes, Hoenn's Heroes, kind of a play on that. And me and the Chubb are pretty heroic, if I say so myself.
I don't disagree.
Absolutely. So, guys, we have a really, really, really exciting episode tonight. Lots and lots and lots of things happening in the world of Pokemon this week. There's Pokemon Go news. We have the new game Unite out. I have not yet played it. Chubb has played it. I've listened and watched a lot of content on it. So I have some feedback on some feedback, if you will. And we also have some 2021 TCG products to go over. And, of course, very, very soon, Evolving Skies, the super awesome Pokemon TCG set will be released. It'll be in our hands, and we'll be cracking way too much of it and making my wife mad.
I agree.
So where we want to go first? Do we want to go and address the elephant in the room?
I think we should.
Probably
I think a lot
should.
of people are talking about it.
A lot of people are talking about this, and you guys probably already know what I'm talking about, but Pokemon Go has tilted their entire fan base. Well, they've split their entire fan base. We should say that.
Yeah.
So here recently, I'm going to read a piece of an article here, just so anyone who lives under a rock and is not there with us. Well, apparently I've flubbed my article.
You've gone too far.
I've gone way too far. Keep us rolling, Chubb, while I pull this
Anyway,
back
so
up.
basically what happened is during peak COVID times, the developers of Niantic, they kind of made it to where the range of your character could see further for Pokestops and such, and it kind of helped people that had to stay in home and people that couldn't get out of the house continue to play. And now they're basically trying to fall back on that and remove the extended range, and it's got a lot of people upset, and I honestly can't say I blame them.
So I do have an article here written by, I don't know who it's by, but it's on the website TechCrunch. I read it, and it does give some it'll clarify things. So when much of the world entered lockdown, March 2020, Pokemon Go doubled the size of the radius that players can be within to interact with a Pokestop or gym, widening the radius from 40 meters to 80 meters. I play Pokemon Go, and it was very, very significant. So you can now be farther away from a landmark, but still reap its rewards. This made it easier for users to play from home or play outside while social distancing, but it has also made the game much more accessible. Plus, for a game that still gets a bad rep for causing traffic accidents, that increased radius helped pedestrian players access landmarks without brazenly jaywalking across the street. And I kind of I agree. Like, I'm on the... I guess we can kind of go back and forth here and see which side of the fence you'd be on in this argument. So a lot of the people griping about this, I'm hearing a lot of feedback more on like the disabled people. Like, it helps them a great deal. And then there is even other places that are still on higher COVID like lockdowns and restrictions still, and especially now with this COVID, the new COVID Delta strain going around. Another complete topic. We won't even get into that. But so I do disagree with Niantic on this. I don't think the timing was right. I do think that this was a move that should be made at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the time was now. And for one, it's only the U.S. and New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah, those are the only two places that made this change. Everywhere else in the world that has Pokemon Go is still at the 80 meters.
Really?
Yeah. So I also find that a little messed up. And I mean, again, and that's different strokes around the world. Like, Korea and all these other places, they may have higher restrictions for COVID and they have to social distance and still wear masks and so on and so forth. But why even think about it right now? Like, why would Niantic make this move now?
Yeah. So I don't disagree. I think, like you're saying, with the disabled people, I think it helps them really help access the game. It basically broadens the player base, I think, a little bit, because you've got people that are unfortunately disabled and can't get out of bed, and it still allows them access to do something fun. And I think it really brings a lot of people together, and to see that they, despite all the negative feedback that they're getting from everybody, they've got hashtag Hear Us Niantic trending on Twitter right now, and they still are not going to reverse this for now. I think the wise decision for them would be to reverse this for now and, push the referral back to a different date, because I think a lot of people are going to stop playing, and it's not good. It's not looking good for a lot of Pokemon fans.
So let's go back. I want to dissect this a little bit. So it's kind of seeming in a way like like if I was on the board of Niantic and I was in those big corporate meetings making these kinds of decisions, and my thought process would literally be, let's look at the last 2 years. There's been a lot of things just like this. When the lockdown happened, people were, still on the high of the George Floyd thing. Mm-hmm. Social media going crazy, rioting, looting, blah, 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 banding together. There's been this repeatedly for multiple things. You got the Me Too movements, you got the George Floyd, you got this and that. And it after being with all that and how crazy the internet's been on like high alert and high attack mode for anything that rubs anyone the wrong way, and they can really do some real damage to your reputation online. Don't get it twisted, guys. If you don't think about it from that perspective, I think you're wrong, because the internet is a powerful place, unfortunately. But on Niantic's side, the corporate strategic moguls that they should be, I would consider that, and I just don't think you should be rubbing people the wrong way right now, and really just giving in, because the economy is still a really frail place, and people are on high edge, and jobs are going crazy, and unemployment's not paying. They are paying. It's a really high stressful environment for people right now, and Pokemon Go is kind of a release, and now they've thrown a wrench into that, and it's just not good.
I mean, I think if you look at it, like, for a lot of people, I think video games are almost like an escape from reality for a lot of people. And for Niantic to kind of try and push that away from some people, I could see it rubs a lot of people the wrong way. And it's tough to see a lot of people want to stop playing. To be fair,
I don't think, like, I'll be on the defensive of Niantic now. I don't think Niantic was, okay, you fat people, you get out there and walk, because that's what our game intended you to do. I don't think they're like specifically targeting anybody.
Well, no, I don't think they are either.
I think they literally just made the wrong decision at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I do agree that eventually it should have come back, and their whole mission is to have people be healthy while playing the game, walk, get your kilometers on your eggs. Like, that's not supposed to, I'm not supposed to put this phone like I did before when I lived in my old apartment building up on my fan blades and let it spin around to hatch my eggs. That's not the idea.
Mm-hmm. I think when Pokemon Go first came out, it was was a really good thing for a lot of people. It got people active. It got people outside. It got people interacting. It got people, acting a lot more socially. I think Pokemon Go, it's a great thing, and I definitely think that, it should come back at some point, but you got to think that we're still like seeing a lot of COVID effects, because my work, we actually go back to wearing masks as of Monday. We've reworked a lot of stuff in the building to social distance again. We're kind of going back down the rabbit hole, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's just not the time, because we're going right back to where we were before. And I think we might see them pull it back out, because I just think that's what they should do.
I think they're going to have to. I think push comes to shove. But in light of that, I believe you did save an article that so we've got the uproar from the community, and then finally Niantic did make a response to us, and I'll have Chubb here elaborate on that.
Yeah, so they did make a response, a public response. It says, this new news article on Digital Spy, it says, now Niantic has responded to the fan complaints with an official blog post trying to justify rolling back the pandemic changes by stating, research has shown that taking walks outside is safe and confers several health benefits. Furthermore, encouraging outdoor exploration is in keeping with Niantic's mission. They further go on to say, we are assembling an internal cross-functional team to develop proposals designed to preserve our mission of inspiring people to explore the world together, while also addressing specific concerns that have been raised regarding interaction distance. So I guess they have a team working on it, but...
An internal cross-functional team.
Yeah.
Big words.
Yeah. That just sounds like a lot of hoopla to me, you know?
Yeah. It sure does. I feel like that was like a political statement to make. It didn't say a whole lot, but it said a lot of words.
Yeah. I mean, they were... if you look at it, it's bare, it's basically saying, we're not going to pull it back yet, but we've got people looking into it.
It kind of feels like one of those situations where you're like you just stated something. So I'll use myself. I'll put myself out there. You remember in our very first episode, I think it was our very first episode, I was reading off those prices and I was wrong. Mm-hmm. Just all wrong. And you told me I was wrong because you looked it up, you fact checked me. Now, that would be like me sitting here and going, nah, not wrong. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. I mean,
what you got?
Apples to oranges, but yeah, I get
so
it.
I mean, it is kind of like that though. Like it kind of. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but it feels like they're just like, we don't want to admit we're wrong, so we're not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of feel that way because I think, they are wrong. If you look at it, I mean, it's not a difficult concept to grasp. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but you're restricting access to a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. It's bad. It's bad juju. It's bad financial decision. I mean, so the entire social media community for Pokemon Go is in an uproar, not spending any money. And as I've recently learned, there was a lot of people spending a lot of money. And you know what? Even myself, if I look back at my Pokemon Go transactions, when me and my wife go out, and we enjoy this game greatly together. It's one of the things Pokemon related that we've done for all 5 years that Pokemon Go has been out. And when we get on a tangent, I'm not kidding. We'll spend a couple $100 a month. No big deal. But I digress. I mean, that's what the community's saying. That's what Niantic's saying. Only time will tell what actually happens. If I were a betting man, I would say that this is going to get reversed. They're going to have to put their tail in between their legs and right their wrongs.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
All right. So I think now we need to move into some Pokemon Unite. Let's get on a lighter topic. Let's have some fun. A brand new Pokemon game. Not a brand new concept, but one that I think is exceptional because it has such familiar characters, and I think it's broadening a player base for a genre of game that was essentially excluding a lot of people just because of the selection of games that there is out on the market. Unite.
So I've played a little bit of Unite. I hopped on the other day. Our buddy Mikey, who has been mentioned on the podcast, I swear almost every episode, was wanting me to get on the other day, so I hopped on there. I finished the tutorial, which you start out with Pikachu, and then you get to select your first actual Pokemon to take with you into the game. And my first one was Eldegoss, who is a support. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. I do like the new mechanic that MOBAs didn't really have before, which is, scoring the goals. If you guys aren't familiar, basically you go to the other player's side and you basically just have to hold a button down and you collect points from killing mobs or killing camps, whatever you want to call them. I'm not sure what the terminology is for Pokemon Unite specifically, but they do actually have a system where you can basically score a slam dunk and you can score a lot of points, and that's basically the win con of the game. So have you played it all?
So I've not actually played. I was kind of saving my first time for the boys. I wanna experience it, just having a good time in Discord with you guys. But I have consumed a lot of content on Unite, from podcasts to YouTubers and so on and so forth. So when you say you score the goals, and I've seen it, there's goals not in the mid, right? Because mid is like jungle, or is there goals in the mid too?
Well, in like straight down the middle on your opponent's side, there is a goal to score.
Okay. See, I don't know everything, but that would be almost like the towers in League, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're not destroying towers. We're destroying mobs. We're collecting points, and then we're trying to fight our way to their goals and dunk them in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that is kind of that is a unique concept there. That's different than other MOBAs that are out. And there's cool mechanics so. One of the big things I hear, and I'm gonna avert here a little bit since I don't know so much, but I do have this side of the conversation here. So I kind of iterated to it in my first rant about this, but the people, from what I hear, that are playing this game are not the kind of people who have ever played MOBAs before in their entire life.
So the people that I've seen content on a lot of them actually have been playing MOBAs for a while. Like the people I watch, they're like already running like Road to Master or whatever.
No, hold on, Chubb. Hold on. I'm talking about the general population on there. Mm-hmm. So it's an extremely mixed bag. So Pokemon has always been loved and adored by many more people than have really been involved with it, because maybe there wasn't something in Pokemon that they didn't want to do the cards. They didn't want to do the mainline game from Nintendo. But now let's say they always played League of Legends and they loved Pokemon, but there really wasn't something in Pokemon for them. Well, now they're coming over to Unite, and those people do have a background in MOBAs and they get the general idea of how it all works. But then you have an even broader audience that just loves Pokemon and literally does anything and everything Pokemon, gives it a shot and tries it. And you have a ton of those type of people on there who are just playing, they're having fun, they're using their favorite characters, but they're getting destroyed. Mm-hmm. They know nothing about it. And from also what I hear is that Unite doesn't do a fantastic job of actually teaching you how to play the game.
Yeah, I'd say the tutorial is kind of lackluster, to say the least. I mean, I've played MOBAs before. I know how complex they can be. And I would say that the tutorial doesn't really do a great job of explaining different mechanics and such. They definitely don't explain different lanes and different character types and anything like that. They just tell you, here's a Pokemon, you can attack, score the goals. Pretty much what it is.
Yeah. So just the basic functions of the game.
Yeah, like the chorist.
Right. Not running you through any like strategy or showing you how it should be done according to Unite or anything like that.
Nothing like that.
No, I do know. So I know a little bit about League of Legends. I've never been a big League player either. I kind of suck at the game, truthfully. But I do see that they kind of differentiate the top and bottom lane. And if you have a little bit of common sense, at least maybe you'll disprove my thinking here. But the top lane has Rotom, and the bottom lane has what am I thinking of here? Or do you not know?
I'm not sure.
So the top lane has Rotom, who basically aids you going down the top lane in scoring. Mm-hmm. So that would be like in an attack lane. That wouldn't be a defensive lane. And then the bottom lane has something, and I can't remember what the heck it is. They would lead you to believe that is more of like a defensive lane, like hold them back kind of lane.
Well, I know that. So the bot lane is typically where your attack damage carry and your support get played. So like your Eldegoss and whoever you're going to play as ADC get played down there. So I mean, when push comes to shove, if you look at it from a MOBA standpoint, it's basically just gain pressure, get ahead, snowball as hard as you can, and get ahead and. I mean, just win the game.
Yeah.
No matter what lane you're in, really.
I kind of like that you don't have to go back and like buy items, level up items, do certain builds. That's all done like pre-game. Like you get your own items, you level up your own items. You imagine it like runes on League of Legends, kind of in a way. And I actually like that because then in the game it's just really coming down to just what team is working better together. Essentially, I feels that way in my head.
Well, I think I haven't dug too deep in the items or anything like that. Can you buy items?
So there's one thing. So yes, you can, I believe you can buy items, and you can also pay to level up the items to max level.
Yeah. So that's one thing I have seen on social media. Like a lot of the YouTubers were saying that Pokemon Unite is pay to win because, and I haven't per se watched the videos as much. I just assumed that it was like I see a lot of people are like Gengar's overpowered and whatnot. So I assumed that Unite would be like any other MOBA and that your items you'd buy them in game and you'd level them up in game and everybody starts at level 1 and they have the same amount of money. And they level up their items the same. So when I first saw the videos, I assumed that that you can buy characters. And you can go out and buy Gengar right off the back. And queue as Gengar every time. And just proceed to destroy all the noobs that don't have Gengar on their team. But from what I'm hearing from what you're saying is that it is actually pay to win.
So... yes, essentially, kind of in a way. I'll say in a way. So, from what I hear, and again, I've not played, I've not put enough hours into this game to give a true 100% opinion. But so level 30, I believe, is the max level for an item right now. Now, getting to level 10, level 15, 20 isn't super hard from my understanding. It just takes some consistent play without spending any money. Now, I listened to a podcast. It's super effective. Steve on there, shout out to that podcast. Great people, great podcast. Steve was going over and he read off some of the numbers of what it actually means. Like, let's say one of the items, just for a loose example, would be how fast you go back or how fast you teleport back in. Level 30 would be like a reduction of a second. Level 20 would be like 0.75 seconds.
Right. I understand.
So is the gap from what they can purchase really that much of a differentiator for what you can just put in a little bit of effort? You might not have a great time in the beginning if you have a bunch of people who paid to win, but if you're actually a better player than that person and you're just using the items, even if they're level 5, 10, 15, you probably still have the upper hand against the pay to win guy.
I think it can still just be kind of discouraging to people that are free to play that just want to enjoy the game, and that people that go full sweat and buy everything and just try to destroy everybody.
I agree. It doesn't feel good.
Kind of feels like smurfing in a way, to be honest.
Yeah, never done that in my life.
No, me either.
All right. We're going to go on a short break here, and when we come back, we're going to talk about all the new fancy, awesome products that have launched and are soon to launch in the Pokemon TCG.
That's right.
Start.
Kermit the Frog doing the taken phone call.
He's like, I don't have a lot of money, but what I do have is a very particular set of skills.
Which is Seth, what's his name?
Rogan?
No. Family Guy. MacFarlane?
Yeah, Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, he did that. I copied it.
Crazy good voice actor, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Crazy good.
Anyway, we should get started.
Yeah, we should probably hit the record button and start talking about the 2021 new releases for the Pokemon TCG cards.
Yeah.
Oh, we're rolling.
Wow.
Whoa.
Didn't see you there, guys. So what do we want to talk about first?
Well, I mean, as you know, we have some super hot fire coming to the TCG very soon and currently.
As in 3 weeks from yesterday, or?
If we were better hosts of this here podcast and more heroic for the people of Hoenn, we might know the actual factual release dates, but we don't. So what we're referring to here is, one, the super, super cool 2021 Trainer's Toolkit, which I know, calm down, you'll get into that here soon. The Contain Yourself, Weebs, the waifu herself, Marnie.
Legendary Collection box.
Is it legendary? That was premium collection box.
Is it?
It could be. Fact check it. He's getting on
Let
that.
me check fact that.
Yep, he's check facting. And then we also have some other cool products like the Chilling Reign Ice Rider V and Shadow Rider V boxes.
Premium Tournament
Ooh, tournament box.
Collection. Premium Tournament Collection.
Premium Tournament Collection.
That's right.
Waifu box.
Waifu box. I like that.
Yeah, it should be. That should be how it's titled.
I don't disagree.
I mean, let's be fair. Why does everyone want the full art Marnie?
We all know why everybody wants the full art Marnie.
Yeah.
So they can go from PSA 10 to PSA 0 real quick.
Read into that, guys. Or don't. Wow. He went all the way over the line. That's all right. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Another couple of cool releases we've got coming out are Ice Rider, Shadow Rider, Calyrex V boxes.
I just said that.
You did not.
I sure did while you were looking that up. Uh-huh.
Mikey, fact check that right now.
It'll be in the show. I'm not cutting it. It'll be in the show.
Oh, yikes. It
Chub
shows how
over
much
here.
I pay attention.
Yeah. Hoenn's heroes.
Yeah.
Hoenn's zeros.
Hoenn's letdowns, but
So which one of these are you most looking forward to?
so honestly, probably the Marnie Legendary. No, what was it?
Premium Tournament
Tournament Collection. That's right.
Waifu.
Yeah. So I am looking forward to that. So I think for a ridiculous price at the moment, not MSRP, you get a full art trainer card that is very playable in the trading card game at the moment.
Absolutely.
You actually get 3 that are signed by Marnie herself.
That's correct.
So that's pretty lit.
I thought there was 4. Maybe I'm wrong.
There's 3 that are signed, and then you get the one
full
full
okay,
art.
4 total, yeah.
So I just want to say something real quick. MSRP on that is what? $40?
I think so. I've seen it around 50.
I'm pretty sure MSRP is 40 on it. And people sell the full art Marnie from that for that price. I just looked on TCG Player. I was like, when I first saw it, so the first time I saw it was from Leonhardt's video on YouTube. If you don't know who Leonhardt is, you're sleeping under a rock. Go check him out. But he opened the new trainer toolkit. He opened the Marnie collection. And I was like, I got to have that Marnie, right? And I was like, $40? There's no way. I was like, that should be what the box is selling for. And I look it up. Like $85 is the cheapest I could find one.
Yeah.
So that's kind of ridiculous, I think.
So maybe I'm wrong in thinking this, but I have to imagine there's going to be another wave of these boxes. Like, I don't think the Pokemon Company International would allow themselves to miss out on a financial opportunity like that, being that this is Marnie.
Well, I mean, I think a lot of the markup on the prices is from the LGSs and
it's
whoever
a
else
secondary
gets their
market
hand
for
on it.
sure, absolutely. But that's what I'm saying. Like we're in this first release, this wave of it, and this was a Japanese product beforehand, and we were all super excited about it then, and we didn't know that we would end up getting it. I remember watching all the videos; people were going crazy, like trying to order it from Japan, and you just couldn't get it. If you did, you were extremely lucky. And now, here it is in English. First wave, of course it's going crazy. It's Marnie 1, like it's a super hot product. So whatever allocation that LGS has got is they're going to mark it up because they're the only ones who have it. Anything that was on Walmart shelves or big box store shelves or anywhere that has to sell it for MSRP, Amazon, and even the Pokemon Center, those all get wiped out right away by scalpers because, well, to be fair, they're just on it way before everyone else. They know they're out to make a buck, and that's what they do. You know, if you go on eBay, you probably are going to spend $80 a box. I mean, it's just times we're in. But I think if you hold on, or if you maybe work out a deal with your local game store, and most of them are pretty chill. I feel like you might be able to get it down a little bit. But I believe there'll be a second, maybe even a third wave of this product. And I could be wrong, and maybe you'll never get one. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I ever will at that price.
I couldn't bring myself to buy it. I just couldn't. I would just assume let someone grade it into a 10, and then I purchase that for the premium price.
The Marnie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't buy the single, no. If that's what you're saying.
If it was already graded, though. Like if someone, I mean, to be fair, people are going to be sending these things off left and right, and when they first come back and people are trying to sell them, I mean, I might pick one up.
I just don't know if you're going to see a 10 on a Marnie.
You'll see a 10. First of all, Marnie is a 10. And I know all my waifus agree, but really what I'm just saying is I would probably wait for someone to grade the card in a 10, purchase it. It's probably going to be a good purchase.
But can we talk about how they're packaged?
Well, okay. So yes, if anyone who's watched out other people open them or looked into them, yeah, everything is very, very tightly compact in this pink and black milk container looking thing. And I don't know how anything could possibly grade a 10 out of it, but I'm sure it will, to be fair.
Dude, it's just like all crammed in this tiny Morpeko Neapolitan ice cream Marnie deck box.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
No, me neither. Like, I at least want a fair shake at getting good grades on cards.
Yeah.
Especially if I pull something sweet out of my, 4 packs? No, there's 7 packs.
There's 8 packs.
No, 7.
It's 2 Vivid Voltage, 3 Battle Styles, and 3 Chilling Rain. I'm almost positive.
Cap. Look it up. Fact check it.
You look it up.
Boy,
My phone's about dead.
Uh-huh. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, and so for that reason, I think I almost don't want to buy it because I want to pull a Gem Mint Marnie out of there, and I just don't feel like I have the opportunity to do so. You find anything yet?
7 Pokemon TCG booster packs.
Yikes. Would you stop?
Would I stop what?
You can't even remember the date that Evolving Skies comes out. You can remember the 7
I can't remember the date that Evolving Skies comes out. It's obviously August 17th.
August 27th.
Well,
I understand. Anyway, let's roll.
roll what?
Roll one, bud. Everybody knows Rocket League. Anyway, like I said, another cool product that's coming out is the Tool Trainers. The Trainers Toolkit. The Tool Trainers
2021 Pokemon Trainers Toolkit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So it comes with a whole brick of energy cards. It comes with 2 new full art Crobat Vs, which I personally think are pretty neat. How you feel about these Crobats, bud?
So I think they're cool. I kind of preferred the 2019 Trainers Toolkit, the red and black one that came with the Dedenne GXs.
Yeah, this one's blue and black.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yes.
so you can tell the difference.
Yeah. There would be no other way if that didn't happen.
Correct.
I don't feel like that is enough for me for the Crobat alternate art V, which just used to be a Japanese card, and now they've slapped it in an English version and called it a sweet hot promo.
I think it is a sweet hot promo. I'm glad we finally got the art, but
No, I mean it's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like full on hating. I don't know. It just seems like another one of those little Pokemon moves. It's just like, here you go. Just it's like a little training treat for dog.
what, would you have said the same thing about Dedenne when it came out?
So the Trainer's Toolkit, I believe, is supposed to be meant to get people even further into the game. And I think that's exactly what it's literally meant for. Playing the game to help you build your decks. It supplies you the tools needed, at least at the basic level. And I feel like they could have given a better effort of attracting people in that kit. Like, people like flashy things. Maybe throw in some other Pokemon in there. Maybe something that's in the current meta. Like even throw in one of the Galarian legendary birds.
I don't think I could agree with what you're saying.
I think so.
Have you seen it? Have you seen how many staple trainer cards are in there?
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, you've got like Air Balloon, Quick Ball, Marnie, Professor's Research, Telescopic Sight, Scape Rope.
Mm-hmm. I'm not
staples.
arguing the point that it is an effective trainer's toolkit. It does its job by name. But at the core, the product is meant for newer players.
Uh-huh.
I don't think that the newer players even know that those are staple trainers.
Maybe not.
If they put something in there that was maybe a little bit more attractive, Crobat's cool. Like, that is what I would consider attractive. But there's 2 of. And I think that's the only 2 things in there that are remotely cool and flashy.
Do you get any packs in it? Do you know?
I think there was 4? 2, 4? Something like that. Somewhere.
I thought it was a Sword and Shield, a Vivid Voltage, and 2 Chilling Reigns.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I can look into it while we talk about it. But I mean, that's just my point. I mean, that's just my opinion. Maybe all of you guys feel differently. I don't know, but I really feel like they could have done better.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose they could have done better, but
Let me one more point. Not to say that the 2019 kit did a whole lot better. So while you chat real quick and I look this up, why I like the 2019 kit is probably the dumbest reasons in the world. One, I like the Dene more than Crobat. That's one reason. And there's only one more after that. The sleeves that come in the 2019 Trainer's Toolkit do not have that dumb foil.
It's almost like
blocking-
a hazy.
Yeah, it's frosted.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all. I refuse to use them in my binders or put any of my cards in them that are foil. I don't like them. I don't like them at all.
Yeah, I agree with the whole sleeve thing. I wish that they would get away from those. Like, they did it in the Shining Fate CTBs, and now they're doing it in...
Everything. Just everything is having
Are
that.
are the new Chilling Reign
Yeah,
sleeves like
they're that way too.
And this new Trainer's Toolkit. Yeah, the sleeves are definitely a big downfall for me.
I'm gonna go on a rant here. I'm gonna give you guys everything that comes in the 2021 toolkit. Okay, I'll try and do this as fast as possible. 2 Air Balloon, 2 Big Charm, 2 Bird Keeper, 2 Boss's Orders, 2 Bruno, 2 Cape of Toughness, 2 Cheryl, 2 Crushing Hammer, 2 Escape Rope, 2 Evolution Incense, 2 Karina's Focus, 2 Leon, 2 Level Ball, 2 Marnie. You can get them cheaper here, guys. 2 Metal Saucer, 2 Ordinary Rod, 2 Professor's Research, 2 Rare Candy, 2 Scoop Up, 2 Switch, 2 Telescopic Sight, 2 Turbo Patch, and 2 Quick Ball. And then the special energy cards, 2 Crobat, 2 Coating Metal Energy, 2 Rapid Strike, 2 Single Strike. And then you get 2 Crobat V, and we actually forgot a promo card. This one I think is actually cooler than the Crobats. The promo Miss Magius in there.
Isn't there one more?
The Sabrina and Bryson trainer. Yeah. Tag team trainer.
Yep, so I think Miss Magius was another. I think so was Sabrina and Bryson were also Japanese printed cards that we didn't get over here.
Yes.
And I kind of have a hard distinction of like what do they call that? Like in Yu-Gi-Oh, like the Japanese, like Asian continents, it was the OCG. And in America and European countries, it was the TCG.
No idea.
Have you heard anything like that for
No idea.
Pokemon?
No.
I almost said the OCG, which, unless you play Yu-Gi-Oh, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
Would have been lost on me.
Yeah, so
Yu-Gi-Oh is a great show, terrible game. I said it.
So yeah, they finally brought us over the Miss Magus, Bryson, and Sabrina, and we finally got that new Crobat art. So
Okay,
that's
I will. Okay, so to go on, I read the card list off. So let's complete the box real quick. In the box, you get more than 100 energy cards, including special energy, 4 Pokemon TCG booster packs to expand your collection, 65 card sleeves that are junk and frosted, a deck builder's guide, a complete Pokemon TCG rulebook, a set of 7 tournament legal dice, 2 condition markers, and a code for the Pokemon TCG online.
And it's just the Crobats, I think.
Yeah, literally the code says 2021 Pokemon Trainers Toolkit Crobat.
Crobat V, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't possibly get all those other things in there that you paid good money for. And they said 2 of, so you actually need 2 trainers toolkits because in most decks you need 3-4 of those trainers.
Yeah. A lot of decks you do.
And not to mention, so here's another thing. Well, kudos to them. They're making you purchase probably multiple of these toolkits, and it really not a bad deal. Like I'm not going to gripe on that too much. You're not really wasting your money if you do. But a lot of those trainers come from sets all over the current rotation. Mm-hmm. And some of them are extremely difficult to get your hands on as of right now.
Yeah.
Those trainers in the sets that are printed in. So I guess unique and cool in a way where this is an opportunity for you to get your hands on those cards that are hard to get otherwise, other than purchasing the singles, which, side note, probably should check your local LGS, support your local LGS. I digress. And I've lost my train of thought now.
Well, one thing I want to say before we get off the Trainer's Toolkit is all of it is geared towards standard.
Yes.
Because like I don't like the fact that they don't really support the expanded format at all, and like all those trainers that they reprint, none of them are the ones that cost $2-3 a piece. Like you see, Cherish Ball's not in there,
right?
Versus Seeker's not in there,
right? Float
Stone's not in there. Just the 3 that come to mind.
Now there is some products that come with those trainers in them. Like what I just recently opened up something that has a Cherish Ball in it. Or I can't remember for the life of me what it was.
I don't even know what it would be.
It was the build and battle kit for Chilling Reign.
It comes with a Cherish Ball?
It came with, so don't quote me on the Cherish Ball, but it came with, it comes with a 23 card pack that
okay.
you use the packs inside to supplement that pack.
Okay.
And that came with some good trainers in it. And some of them were the higher end.
Okay, so that was it build and battle kit you said?
Yep.
It's kind of like a pre-release kit for
it is a pre-release kit, yeah.
Okay. Do they hold events like that at the LGSs or anything like that? I know. I'm assuming that ours doesn't.
Ours, well, we need someone who's we need a rules official, and that's all that's holding.
Is that
us,
what he's been saying?
Yeah, that's all that's holding us back. I told him that you and I would probably do that for him, but I don't know what criteria you have to go through to get there.
I don't know. I know becoming a Magic judge is not easy.
Factual. But yes, yeah. There's, so I guarantee you that like Power 9 in Fort Wayne has these.
Yeah.
And yes, we should probably check them out.
I mean, is there anything else you want to talk about? What kind of thing? Well, we've pretty much hit really heavy on the trainer's toolkit.
Well, it needed to be hit heavy.
Yeah, I agree.
Needed to do better next time, Pokemon. Do better.
Anyway, like I was saying earlier for the second time, Shadow Rider and Ice Rider Calyrex V boxes. How do you feel about those?
I'm not as stoked about them now that I've completed my 4 and 4 of each of those. Mm-hmm. But if I hadn't, I'd be pretty stoked because I'm in the hunt for the Shadow Rider V Maxes currently, and if I didn't have the Vs, now I have a fairly inexpensive and cool way to get them. So, and that's cool. And those are very strong cards in the current meta. So yeah, I mean, everything that just got launched, I think is pretty geared towards new players. Like if you were to go to the store, if you're listening to this and you're a new player and you don't know what to get, I would pick up Ice Rider, Shadow Rider, Marnie, and the Trainer's Toolkit, and you'll be pretty good to go.
Yeah, I agree. So I really like that they were releasing the Calyrex boxes because I personally don't own any of the Calyrexes.
0?
I don't own even one.
Wow.
I opened a Squaw out of my Chilling Reign box. As you know, I think we've spoken about that before.
Yes.
And I do purchase a lot of lots on Facebook and eBay and stuff for good priced singles. So if I just haven't happened to find one that has a Shadow Rider V or a Ice Rider V in it yet. Now, I did put Trey onto this, and he did happen to purchase one with a Shadow Rider V Max, but I have yet to find one. Yeah. And I definitely have been looking forward to these boxes coming out because I definitely wanted to pick up probably at least 2 Shadow Rider boxes because I've been looking forward to playing the Shadow Rider Calyrex VMAX deck in standard Pokemon.
Yeah, paper.
Correct, yeah, because I'm sweaty, Chub. So
extremely sweaty.
That's just the way it is.
That's true. That's his thing. I'm flexy, he's sweaty.
Can confirm.
I think that's all we got, man. I think we're coming to an end here. We talked about the TCG. We went over Unite. Mm-hmm. We talked about the bad doings of Niantic and Pokemon Go, and all the cool products that have just launched. And I mean, we could go over Evolving Skies, but really their only thing to go over is that we're just super excited about it coming out. It launches on August 27th, and we're going to be there. We've already put in an order for basically 2 cases split amongst 3 people.
Yeah. Is Mikey splitting one with you?
I think he's just buying 1 box. I think.
Yeah, $15 in case Krista watches.
Yeah, 15, Krista.
Yeah. So Mikey's good to go on that.
Yep. We hope Mikey pulls a Rayquaza or a couple for himself and joins us in the TCG. I think that'd be about the only thing that's going to get that man playing the game.
Yeah, I agree. He already said that he was going to buy the deck, whether it's good or not.
Oh, and he also said, I know you're going to listen to this, Mikey. You also said, forget the price, whatever it is, I'm paying it.
I kind of hope it's the best deck on the standard.
I hope so too. I really do.
I really hope Mikey gets into it. But anyway,
That's going to be so expensive. If it is the best deck in standard, not only is it a chase card just because of the Pokemon that it is, but it's playable too. Sheesh.
yeah,
It's going to be expensive.
I agree. Anyway, guys, I think we're getting carried away. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Got anything? Any last words, Bob?
I think I'm good. I think we're good here.
All right. Well, everybody, we will see you in the next one.
Turn it sideways for good juju.